That's right, and he was instrumental in bringing them from Los Angeles in the first place. He actually bought his minority share in the team as part of the move in 1995, and then became majority owner in 2010. And he's born in Missouri, still keeps an office there, still has a house there. So it's an interesting twist in the story.
Constant conversation around the league?
It's not a constant conversation, but I can tell you that I've heard from people in the league that I respect, who have power within the league, who have told me that it's just a matter of time. That Stan Kroenke's plan is to go to LA. That's not groundbreaking, that's not earth-shattering news. I'm really disappointed in Stan Kroenke. I mean, I don't know how you're an NFL owner in a city like this with the kind of sports fans we have here, and you're as invisible as this man has been. And so I think any smart person steps back and goes, well, he's keeping his options open. Otherwise, at some point, you step out front, hoping that you're going to get support from fans here and say, we're going to do our darndest to keep the Rams in St. Louis. That's never been said. He's never seen. He's not around town. And, I think clearly his objective as a very shrewd businessman is to cash in L.A., whatever that's going to cost him. But I know there are a lot of hoops that he has to jump through, and some that he may not even be aware of as we sit here. He's a smart guy, but a lot has to happen for a franchise to move. It would be crushing to me if we lost an NFL franchise for the second time. This city's too good for that, and it's not a reflection of the city or the fans. In this case, I think it's a reflection of the ownership that really is not invested.
Our owner, Stan Kroenke.
The last time Rams owner Stan Kroenke talked to the public was in 2012 when he introduced Jeff Fisher as the team's new head coach.
I don't really wait a lot before I tell people kind of how I feel.
More than 3 years later, everyone is attempting to suggest, assume, and even predict just how Kroenke feels. What we do know is the Missouri billionaire bought a 60-acre lot in Inglewood, California sometime this January, in all likelihood for a football stadium.
You don't go through all that just for leverage. He wants to move the Rams to
I mean, why? Why go back to LA?
It's a huge market that has been empty for, like you said, 20 years. So, one person I spoke with estimated that the team would be worth twice as much there. And obviously, he would also be putting it in the middle of a huge development. And he is a real estate developer by trade, and he wants to put this 80,000-seat stadium in the middle of a 300-acre mixed-use sort of retail, office, hotel, everything complex. And he also feels like he was spurned by St. Louis. They had a chance to sort of...
Rams supporters say driving much of the confusion and miscommunication is Silent Stan, as they call the owner. And even though he has a right to talk or not, Rams beat writer Jim Thomas says, don't forget what comes before Rams.
When the Rams go out on the field, it doesn't say Kroenke Rams. It doesn't say Kroenke Enterprises or THF. It says St. Louis Rams.
Not only does the public feel shut out, but the parties involved with the new stadium feel the same.
We've had no conversations with the Rams front office at all.
No, we haven't.
And it's unclear if the man in charge of the task force has talked to Kroenke. When asked about his communication with Kroenke during a teleconference in November of 2014, Nixon said,
"We've remained in good communication throughout all of this, obviously, with everybody."
But then told us on February 24th,
I've not talked to Stan.
Whatever the future holds for this franchise, most people just want answers.
Stan Kroenke just issuing a statement. Anything would be more valuable than a 10-win season because the people of this city are convinced that he's taking this team and moving it.
Brown says the task force has to accept the worst-case scenario.
There's a scenario that the Rams leave and another football team comes. There's a number of conversations that we have to engage in. One is, how realistic is it that we